I'm all about switching things up, but why stop at your clothes and hairstyles? That's why I love Pair Eyewear. They have tons of base frames and hundreds of top frames so you can match in any mood. And it's honestly the easiest way to refresh your look without spending a fortune because base frames start at just $60. Show off new sides to yourself this year. Go to paireyewear.com and use code SIBLING15 for 15% off your first pair. And don't forget to mention that Sibling Rivalry sent you in the post-checkout survey. That's PAIR.com, code SIBLING15. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, we are back for RuPaul's Drag Race. No, Jesus Christ. Sibling Watchery for RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 17, Episode 5, RDR Live. And we have an actual RDR Live winner here with us.
That's true.
That's true. And how did it feel to win a comedy acting challenge?
Oh, it was fun. Loved it. Loved every second of it. That was when people asked me like what my favorite moment on Drag Race was. It was when RuPaul said, "Plasma, you're one funny girl," and then like all the blood left my brain, and then she said that I won a challenge, and that genuinely was like my favorite moment being there ever.
And you did a Patti LuPone.
I did Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you are like, you get theater, you get comedy. You seem to have a really great understanding of what it means to be a funny girl, you know?
Well, that, you know what? That's what the polls say.
And not every, and as we're about to discuss, not everyone understands that. As we're about to discuss, not everyone understands that. So Joella has just been gone
This
home.
is a trap. This is a fucking trap being here talking about this shit, because I literally was thinking that earlier and I was like, I'm gonna let Bob say it, but we're gonna get into it.
Oh, we get into it here on Watchery. Okay, first of all, are you part of the Joella dynasty? Me and Monet, we are members.
Yeah, no. Well, let me explain. When you say that you're that diva from that place, I need to have already known about it.
But the delusion is what we love. We're obsessed with the delusion.
Oh, so that's why you have me on here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why
of course.
people, they are the host of the show. Exactly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, yes.
Well, yes. Well, here's the thing. So every time someone's gone home, the girls are torn up. No one seems particularly torn up that Joella has gone home. Everyone's like, yeah, whatever.
Well, they're honestly probably so fucking hungry to get these girls out of here, because the first girl got the badunkadunk and they're like, it's going to be 14 girls until the very end. They're probably just like ready for girls to leave. Because I remember, so they had Lucky Stars leave and then Joella was the second. And I remember when Mirage went home, who was our second elimination, the girls were weeping. I mean, like fully Sarah Paulson, like, and I was just standing there like with my first win, like, someone has to leave. Someone has to go.
Yeah. When it's time, it's time.
When it's time, it's time.
So Sam does not know what Corey is supposed to be delivering. Sam starts like, she's not funny. She's not giving looks. What is she giving? And I got to be honest, the call is not, she's not wrong. Like, Corey's not giving comedy in the comedy challenges. She's not giving looks in the runway, but she is giving us, well, for the first episode, she was also giving good TV, but now she's not even giving much good TV anymore.
Well, but you know what? She is giving something. She is giving Lydia Butthole Collins a hemorrhoid every single night at the hotel. Yes,
the butthole is getting worn out. Butthole is worn out. And I will say, they're not doing a lot of romance. They're not really leaning in like Brooklyn and Vanjie or Vanjie and Gottmik. I guess it's Vanjie and everyone. Vanjie's the one who just on set fucking.
Girl, well, yeah.
No, they also honestly, really tried hard to make Jinx and Ivy Winters a thing.
But this kind of, they're just, everyone, because Jinx had a big crush on Ivy Winters, but everyone's just kind of like, yeah, they're dating, whatever. Like, no one's really leaning into it.
Honestly, my thing is like, someone asked me recently, like, if I had to date someone from my season, who would it be? And I was like, honestly, no one. They're like, no, you have to answer the question. I'm like, Hershey. So she was out first, and then I could focus on being there for the competition. Why are we out here at a Hinge event?
That's a pageant answer. We want to know, when it comes down to smash, who's getting motherfucking smashed? Not like because she's gone first. No. Who from your season is getting smashed down?
By me?
Yeah. Or you can get smashed to whatever. Who is it going to be? Let's go to the cast. You were season what? 16.
I'll let you figure it out. Yes.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yes,
can I guess?
16.
Can I guess?
Did you guess?
let me look at all the girls. Let me look at all the girls. Okay.
Here we go.
Assuming because I don't really know what you'd be into, but
out of that cast, I don't know what I'm into either.
I'm gonna go with either. Okay, it could. Jeez, Louise, because I don't know what you're really into, so it could be.
I'll tell you what I'm into is not in our cast. Unfortunately,
well, you got to. You're stuck on this island, and you have to hook up.
Bob,
so I'm assuming you're gonna either pick Plain Jane or Saphira. Or is it Dawn?
No. But
Are you in the Bears? Is it Madami?
The thing is, this is a Sophie's choice. Cause
Sophie's choice was because she didn't want to pick because both options were really like she wanted both options.
Oh no, sorry. It's the anti Sophie's choice. It's the auntie of Sophie's choice. It's Sophie's aunt. It's like no one. Zero.
I'm setting you up with Dawn. You and Dawn already have great chemistry. You hang out, you're buddies. It's gonna be Dawn. It's happening.
Oh no, God, no, ew. No, I would. You know what? Actually, I would pick Mirage because Mirage has already shown some drunken interest before, so I know she'd be into it.
Mirage is hot. Mirage is very beautiful. I'm into it. Anyway, I am. I think Mirage is hot.
Hi, Mirage.
Anyway, so a few girls are telling Crystal that they are gagged that she didn't win, which is wild to me. I don't get what's up with this season's Pretty Girls. They are, I think, honestly, we thought Joella was delusional. No, these girls are delusional.
Wait, why do you say that?
How could they watch On Your Nerve in the challenge and think for even a second that Crystal was going to win? How could you watch On Your Nerve do what she did in that challenge and be like, wow, how did Crystal not win?
Because they thought Crystal's tumbleweed was going to take it. I guarantee you. They were like, wow, that's so creative, so inventive. Drag queens rolling around. I've literally never heard of that before. Oh my God, boom. But like, and then you watch On Your Nerve and it do take nerve to stand at a microphone and be more entertaining than someone rolling around on the fucking ground. Right?
Have you been told that you're low-key giving Ariana Grande's new boyfriend?
SpongeBob from Broadway? Yes, I actually have been told that quite a lot.
In this one, I was like, oh my God, what's his name? What's his name again?
Bach. Oh, you mean the actor?
Slater.
Ethan Slater, yeah.
Oh my God, you're giving Ethan Slater.
Oh, well, thank you. I would love some free REM beauty products as well.
I was just like, my God, you like Ethan Slater. It just dawned on me. So if you want to,
I just give that sort of like
yeah.
Bach. That's my vibe.
If you want to, you'd be Bach in Wicked for sure.
Right. Well, listen. In the Broadway production of Wicked, can I be a nerd for a second? Hello. They have when Bach in Act 2
at some point. Go ahead.
Bob, we just started for fuck's sake. No, but in the Broadway version of Wicked, when he gets turned into the Tin Man, spoiler for Wicked Part 2. They have
the musical the book was written like over 30 years ago. If you haven't seen
in the 90s. Yeah. But like when he gets turned into the Tin Man, they have a body double who is painted already as the Tin Man, and Bach goes like behind the wardrobe, and then he like the double gets wheeled out as the Tin Man. And I'm like, that should be me in the movie. I should play the double.
Girl, it should be Tina Burner because she already has the look. All right, let's go on to
and she's already the Tin and the Man.
Ariette was fuming that she was in the bottom. And I don't know if you guys remember last week, Ariette and Untucked was like, honey, I may have been in the bottom 3 once. That will never happen again. You hoes better watch out. Cut to, baby, let me tell you right now, watch what you say because the people, there's got to be someone. There was a meme that happened during Simone's season where it was you know the song, yes, I'm hopeful, yes, I am hopeful for today, take this music and so it was showgirls being like, I'm ready for my crown, bitch, and the screen would freeze and it go, yes, I'm hopeful, and be like, Candy Muse did not win the crown. Being like, now ready for my crown, and they'd be like, yes, I'm hopeful. So it had to be like, someone needs to make a clip of Ariana being like, I will never be in the bottom again. Yes, and be like,
hopeful.
The next week.
Yeah.
Literally,
it's
the
like
next
she
week
was in the bottom every
too.
single episode after that. Yeah.
and literally almost got eliminated. She was like, you will never catch me. Literally,
baby,
a week later.
you could never even picture me. We pictured her vividly.
Yes, I'm hopeful.
No, literally, and like literally minutes later, because the filming schedule is like way faster than people think with the weeks.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Literally, she was 22 and a half hours later. She was right back where she started, bitch. Like literally.
Worse than before. This time she was in the bottom 2.
Yes.
But yeah, this episode is sponsored by Prune Juice because these bitches are bitter. They are bitter. Yo, the pretty girls are so bitter. They cannot take Anya. They cannot take Lydia,
Susie.
and they cannot take Susie. Like they are getting fever, and by the way, it's just gonna spiral. They're gonna get worse and worse because Susie's not gonna get worse.
Well, I feel like it's like back to elementary school or like fucking like high school when you look at like the pretty popular girls and you're like, you're never going to get an A+. Never. Because you spend all your time looking like that. And then you see the girls who are actually successful because they're doing their homework. They're going back to the hotel and writing jokes. They're going back to the hotel and fixing their makeup. They're like doing the preparation. And then the pretty girls walk in with good makeup and good gowns, gorgeous gowns, beautiful gowns. And they think that it's RuPaul's runway race.
And you know what's really going to gag them? I predict that at some point, Susie's going to be in the bottom with one of the pretty girls and she's going to send them home. And they're really going to gag.
Who do you think that pretty girl would be that Susie would demolish in a lip sync with her tap shoes on?
I could see Susie sending home Sam or Crystal.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because I don't think Sam and Crystal can both make it to the finale.
That makes sense.
They're too similar. One of them is going to edge the other one out. And I think the finale will end up being, hear me out, either 2 pretty girls and one of the booger girls, or 2 booger girls and one of the pretty girls. So it'll probably be Anya, Susie, and Lana, or it'll be like Lana, Crystal, and Susie.
Do you think Lana's gonna make it to the finale?
She could. I think she could. Because she's not bad enough in the acting challenges to constitute going home, and her runways are pretty consistently good. Whereas like Ariete, I could see Ariete going home because she is she's been consistently bad in some of the acting, in a lot of the acting challenges, like pretty consistently bad. Like not just like Lana's like pretty even killed. Like she did fine, but a lot of people did better than she did. But I could see Ariete going home. I give Ariete maybe 3 more episodes.
Yeah, the lip sync this week.
All right, so the next day, Ariete has styled her hair into devil horns, and she's talking like, "I'm about to be wild." And I don't.
And Mona Lisa's uncomfortable with the presence of the enemy in the room.
How do you feel about religious drag queens?
We have so much to worry about. Why are we worrying about that? You know what I mean?
They creep me out. Religious drag queens creep me out.
Yeah, it's like, especially when you see a religious drag queen doing a religious number, especially like on a Sunday at brunch. I'm like, unless you're doing Godspell and you were talking about the fact that you like no longer believe in the spell of God, then like that to me is funny. But when a drag queen goes home and prays for me, I just wish they would save their time. I wish they would fix their makeup instead.
It's odd, and the thing about it is like a lot of us are doing religious numbers, but like baby, a lot of us are just like it's camp. But some of them are like, no, I'm dead ass praising the Lord right now. Like I'm dead ass praising the Lord. Yeah.
And honestly, I'm just like if someone is willing to buy into the Lululemons of believing that an omnipotent power is going to rescue them from eternal damnation, I'm like, so hell, but the rest of us doesn't sound that fun. So you don't want to keep with the girls forever.
Oh,
all right.
Not only that, they think that God is not just saving them from damnation, but like they think God is saving them in many challenges on RuPaul's Drag Race. Baby, you think God is worried about you winning Drag Race? Why does God care?
Why would God care? Why?
And look at how many non-religious monsters have won Drag Race. I don't think he's watching, and if he does watch, he's not helping. You think he would let me, Bianca Del Rio, Jinx the Witch?
Do you think God, capital H, God, gives a fuck
capital
about
H,
what?
Capital I, capital M. They're all capital.
All capital.
God's name is like Bianca Del Rio tweets. It's all caps, honey.
It's all caps, baby. God is screaming his name down from the heavens at you. No, but like, yeah, no,
we should move on. We could go on about this forever. What I will say now is RuPaul announces RDR Live. Are you at home gagging? Are you at home excited? I think RDR Live is actually a really clever was y'all season the first RDR Live?
Ours was the first regular, like non-All-Star season that had RDR Live, because I think it was season 8 of All-Stars with Jimbo and Candy that had the first RDR Live in the States.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then we were the first regular season that got it. And so, yeah, like I'm excited to see it, obviously, because like I had a fun time doing it last year and the girls like took to it semi-well. And it really is a good, like we genuinely filmed with one take. It was fully live, fully one take, and that was it. Unless something like went horribly wrong, but I don't think anything did. Not for our sketch. And I remember the girls being like, "Oh, it's one take. We really like have to nail this." And everyone felt super, super pressurized by the fact that there were no fuck ups. Like there was no do-over opportunity. And I think that gets in the girls' heads. So I think it's a really good test of who can like relax into the comedy groove and just like go into show mode. Because like when you're doing a show,
you're a theater girl, so it's easier for you. Were there cue cards?
Yeah, well, it was teleprompter, so it was like scrolling. So
just like SNL, you know, in SNL when they're clearly reading,
yeah, they're like, I have no idea. Yeah,
the eyes.
It's fully just. It's this week. Our queens were tasked with the yeah. It's fully Rue, but yeah, it's like it's a really cool opportunity, and especially like you grew up doing New York drag. Like there is no take back. You just get through your show, you do the best you can. You're funny or you're not, and you go home, right? So I feel like doing like shows and hosting on a microphone is a really good, helpful like resource for a challenge like this, where it is like one taken out. You know, there are no fuck ups. You just have to like get out there and be funny. And if you know how, then you know how. And some of these girls do not.
I agree. So let's talk about, so the girls get to cast themselves, and this is honestly one of the least dramatic castings there's ever been. Like no one's really fighting. I mean, Lana's put her foot down and she's like, I'm gonna play this character, and then she got a little bit of pushback, but then the other girl was like, nah, it's good. Like Crystal was like, okay, you can have it, and then Harmona, Lisa, and Lydia both wanted the same role, but then Harmona just kind of gave it up. Lana was like, I'm not giving up, and then Crystal like, I'm not either, but then Crystal was like, actually I will.
Hormona Lisa, where's the fucking, with the script in a pink folder, literally going, you can be Gert. You can have Gert.
Well,
what the fuck is
I don't know why Lydia wanted that role so hard and she's never watched Golden Girls.
And also, she is a baby. Why is she playing Sophia?
I mean, Sophia was the youngest of the Golden Girls, so it kind of makes sense, actually.
No, yeah, but you have to know how to play an old lady to play an old lady. Trust the Duchess, honey.
I guess I'm just trust the Duchess. I just kind of gagged because she didn't. It's weird to fight that hard for a role you don't even get. Like you don't watch Golden Girls. She clearly. We'll get to it. So we'll actually let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We'll get there.
Right. So we need to also circle back to the voices and the voice choices made by people in certain sketches that didn't need them and people who did need them who didn't use them.
We're going to get to them. Oh, okay. Don't you worry, honey. So Susie is low-key like directing. Why is Susie... Okay, so Susie is doing the weekend update with Lexi and... Crystal, right?
Yeah.
And she's trying to... I'm like, first of all, girl, don't do you. This is not a group challenge. And I don't think that... Obviously, I think Susie is quite funny, but it doesn't seem like Susie understands other forms of comedy that aren't hers. So it's like, girl, just let them do their thing and you come in and do your thing. Don't be telling them what to do.
Yeah, and also, girl, if we're trying to play the game here, don't offer them corrections. You empower them with the confidence to make the wrong choices and let yourself stand out.
Well, I don't think that Susie's ideas for them were actually great. Maybe she was trying to sabotage, because Susie's ideas for them, I was like, that's actually not a great idea. The thing about Weekend Update is they're not playing, they are giving the news, but they're not doing news voices. This week at the register, are you paying too much for gas? That's not what Weekend Update is. Weekend Update is very chill. You were just telling jokes straight to camera. You're not trying to be a news anchor. So if you know Michael Che and Colin Jost, I would say, why were Lexi and Crystal doing it like that? Like, I don't
pushing. Yeah, like pushing.
Then Susie was encouraging, like, girl, that's not what Weekend Update is. They're not news anchors.
No, they're not. It's not like it's not Barbara Walters. It's not like this like huge manufactured. Like this is not the campy moment of this comedy challenge, bitch. Yeah. I will never ever forget. I've gotten so much shit for this because everyone thought that me fighting to play one of the Weekend Update anchors on our season and then getting disappointed by playing Barbara Streisand was like a bit because people thought that I didn't want to give away that I wanted to play Barbara. No, bitch. The Weekend Update Desk is so funny. And if you can deliver dry, cold, dead jokes straight to camera, it's a skill. And all this like drag camp, like, in other news, Carson Kressley. It's like, we're not at the Chucky motherfucking Cheese. Calm down.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It felt like they didn't get it. And then Lexi and Susie are butting heads because of this whole thing. And then Arietti is afraid of being outdone. So then she goes in and baby,
it's also really, really demanding that you play the role of Bug.
She got to be Bug. When you got to be Bug, you got to be Bug.
And you know what? And I, Corey King, have to be Ugg.
The girls who Bug, and the girls who Ugg.
Period.
The girls who Bug, and the girls who Ugg.
The girls who Bug. And the girls who Ugg.
Yeah, the Uggs are going to Uggs and the Bugs are going to Bug. And they obviously they know more about this than we do. So, Harmona has never heard the term beaver to refer to a vagina, which is, I don't know how that escaped her. But then I've also never took the correlation between beavers eating wood. That actually never occurred to me.
You know, it hadn't occurred to me either, but saying there's something about beaver terminology that just makes sense. It's not like out of the realm of possibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like calling something like the first time you hear like, oh girl, my snatch. You know what someone's talking about. My beaver, oh girl. Like context clues. But then again, I get the impression that Hormona Lisa hasn't ever really picked up on a context clue.
This, you know what? I've never wanted. She said she never wanted a shake and go while fully wearing a shake and go. I don't think she, not just context clues. I don't think she gets clues. Like
I don't think she gets clues.
Yeah, even when they're that
she's
obvious.
not checking the mail.
Say shake and go. Can you find the shake and go on the screen?
Can you find it's on my head? Ah, like that.
Literally.
Also, that. So. If you are wearing a wig in Confessional, let's talk about these girls' Confessional looks, because I know every single day we had to film a Confessional, we had to leave our looks in a garment bag in the green room so they wouldn't get fucked up. Lexi Love is wearing those huge press-ons for every Confessional that are not her runway press-ons. They're the same ones. Hormona is wearing the same beat, the same mug, the same wig. It's like these girls are trying so hard in Confessionals. Bitch, I was just trying to make sure my razor burn was covered. Like, that's literally all I was worried about.
I was wearing a tiny little bowler. I would think a red shirt, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And you look like Liza fucking Minnelli.
Low key, a little bit.
High key, baby.
So Lydia doesn't watch Golden Girls and she does not understand any Sophia references. She doesn't get pictured. Sicily, 1935 or 25, I can't remember what it is. It's so clear she doesn't get it. I just don't know why she was I just don't know why she was fighting this role. And as they start the challenge, what my first thought is, what is Arietti doing? Like, why is she doing that? How does she think this is funny?
Also, there's a joke written in the script about, get this, they walk upright, or like they walk on 2 feet. And it's like supposed to be like an othering comment. These bitches are all standing upright on 2 feet. I'm like, why are we not reading into the physical? These are clues, people. These are so obvious. Like, if you're making them feel different, you have to...
I think it would have made more sense if they would have played it more straight up Karen instead of being like, like it's not like if they would have imagine if they had these like bobs, but the bobs were a little bit messy and like uggish, and then like with the unibrow and leaning in and like imagine the humor in making it seem like, oh, can you believe that I am a Karen, but I'm also a Neanderthal.
Yeah, if they were giving like pebbles from the Flintstones, like with the bone in the hair.
Yes,
yeah.
That's, in my opinion, that's what they should have been giving, because they aren't giving any Neanderthal besides these weird voices. I don't know. It just wasn't working. Like, I mean, I think that what Lil Mama Corey was doing was working a little bit better than what Arietti's doing.
Well, because Arietti was screaming at the top of her lungs in unintelligible sounds. It was like, and
then Anya's doing fine, but I think it's probably just in juxtaposition to who she's up against.
She didn't have a choice. Yeah.
And then Lana just kind of came out and was like, yeah, I'm pretty.
And also, I'm pretty, and look at this rack. And I feel like we're now in this, I'm going to attribute this to my dear good friend, Plain Jane, but the level of dependence on the physical comedy on Drag Race of shaking a breastplate has to stop. That does not make you funny. I think Lana wore it well because it's like a really funny thing for her to be doing because she literally never wears a breastplate. And she was like supposed to be serving like the body tea. So like I get it there. But like the fact that there are so many people who think that jiggling a breastplate makes comedy is like there are people who work their entire lives to write jokes, to have a career in comedy that is like there is physical comedy. And then there's like jiggling a breastplate when you're in drag.
So you attribute to plain Jane. So does Jimbo mean nothing to you?
Well, Jimbo also has the giant prosthetic ass, so that's totally different.
That is true.
That's a totally different ballgame. Like, is it funny? Yes. Are there also girls who understand the text and are giving it like the nuance of the comedy timing? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
There's more nuance to it than just my boobs are shaking. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that I like that Anya did okay. Anya did pretty decently with the opening monologue. I don't think those jokes were very well written, to be honest, though.
I think with jokes like that, because they can work. I think the jokes written for the show are written to be over the top, and you really have to spin them and like give them as much camp factor as they're trying to offer you. It's like I remember like you and your acting challenge when you're like, why did I waste my time putting on all this? Oh wait, there's more. Like you milk the camp of that text because it makes sense.
Come back. But obviously everyone's not a comedian. And Drag Race is meant to push you out of the box to make you do things that you're not comfortable with. But I think that she did a pretty good job with the source material. I thought if I had time, I was gonna write an opening monologue and be like, can I write a season 17 RDR live opening monologue? That'd be so much fun to try to do one of those.
Yes,
but I don't have the time. Maybe there's a small chance that I have a show tomorrow in Dublin, so maybe there's a small chance that I can actually write an RDR live. God, don't count on it. Don't count on this being done. But if I do have time, I will write myself like a 3-minute RDR live opening monologue and then see how I feel, because it might be harder than I think it is.
Yeah, and you know what? And you can feature me as the musical guest, and I will get up there and I will sway deliciously.
You're gonna come tomorrow?
Yeah.
From New York City?
No, absolutely not.
Where you at right now? Where you at? You live in
I'm in New York.
You live in Hell's Kitchen?
I'm in Morningside Heights, like right by Columbia.
I used to live in Morningside Heights. We're like 116, 106.
I'm like by 125, like the 125 one stop. That's like my area.
Don't tell them that. Now you're getting too serious. You're getting too close, bitch.
I'm actually a Columbia student. My ID number is 1003. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in 106 in Amsterdam years ago.
Work. It's a cute area up here. This turns into a New York tourism podcast
because it's quiet and it's not very. 106 is very residential. There's not a lot of stores around, so there's not a lot of crazy foot traffic. I'm right now. If you want to move to New York City and you want to live in a place that's like not too much, I'm telling you right now, Upper West Side is very residential. It's not super commercial like Harlem or Hell's Kitchen or Anyway, that's the point. Back to this. I'm not a real estate agent anymore. Back to this. So let me start. So lesbianism and pussy jokes it's really low hanging fruit, right? Which is why I feel like, okay, I don't think people realize that this beaver bit is Betty White's muffin bit. It's literally it is just a parody of Betty White's muffin bit. I think they're over sexualizing it. Like the what made it hilarious was like it seemed as if Betty White was completely oblivious to the fact that muffin is a euphemism for pussy.
All of them. Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about, Bob. Like the nuance in the comedy is I feel like there's a pressure when you get on Drag Race to push into this camp comedy. Yeah. Like give it all of the, you better give it, girl. Like, no, there's so much to comedy that is about nuance and silence and letting the script work the way it works. And also like playing dumb in comedy is a brilliant fucking move. But if you're like over there moaning and like stroking the little like ceramic beaver or whatever. Also, the fact that they said like, who was it? The guest judge who said that they should have brought them out like of their laps.
Yeah. The guy from
Yeah. And then you have the fact of Jules doing an Australian accent. You have Hormona doing her normal Smoky
Southern
Mountain
accent.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have Sam putting on this
I'm going to call it, who's the financial advisor, the lesbian financial advisor? What's her name? Susie Orman.
Susie Orman. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
very Susie Orman.
And then you have Lydia in the other sketch from Golden Girls not doing a voice, and she sounds like she's 17 years old. So it's like, why are we adding? Why are we adding? Why can't we like subtract and let the comedy speak for itself? Because like it has the potential to be a really funny sketch, a la Betty White and Molly Shannon. It's like,
I agree.
It like could really, really be awesome, but the
I
girls
don't know
are
if the girls
pushing.
hadn't seen that sketch before, or if they just don't realize that what made the sketch funny was it seemed as if Betty White did not know that muffin was a euphemism for pussy. Like it's
like I remember when we were there, like there were sketches based on famous SNL sketches, and we like had access to watching those clips, or like production would play us examples of those sketches. Like we had, I think we watched a Weekend Update segment, and we probably watched there was a holiday party sketch that we watched to reference the Barbara sketch that we did. And then there were like other things that we were shown because some of us weren't aware.
They probably saw it.
Yeah, so they probably saw it. So then you have like even less of an excuse to not like match the source material. Or it's not even that you have to recreate a performance that already exists. It's just that these are comedy legends. Use them for inspiration. Try to imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, right? So like imitate the people who know it works.
So let's go on to Weekend Update. So I've already kind of touched on this, but I don't like these news anchor voices they're doing. So Weekend Update is a parody of the news, and RDR Weekend, whatever it is a parody of Weekend Update, which is a parody of the news. But it's just funny. It's just funny takes on news. When I say it's a parody, it's not like, okay, actually, I wouldn't say Weekend Update is a parody of the news. I would say Onion News Network is a parody of the news. So if you want to see like over the top, really leaning into being a news anchor, go to Onion News Network. They have some really funny sketch, and they're all playing, all these comedic actors are playing news anchors. Whereas Colin Jost and Michael Che are just giving the news with their regular voice, if they're not imitating news anchors. And it really irritates me that these two don't seem to understand that. But you know who does seem to get what they're doing is
Susan Tooth. Yeah.
Did you say Susie Tooth?
Susan Tooth, yes.
Suzanne Tooth?
Suzanne Tooth, Barch.
She gets it.
Yeah, she really gets it, and I feel like but it's also funny that
I just thought of something. Ugh. They should be Karen, and she should be like, Ugh. Well, it's short for Ugmanda. My name is Ugg. It's short for Ugmanda, and I've been living in this cul-de-sac for 17 Ooga Boogas.
Yeah.
Every night
when they make
when I go to my home and I serve my kid roasted mammoth with a side of saber tooth, I don't want to see Homo sapiens in my neighborhood.
Yeah, threatening my way of life.
You can walk on 2 feet, but not in front of my children.
Yeah.
Not in front of my children. What if my children think it's okay to start walking on 2 feet?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to explain that to them?
Yeah. You tried explaining to a 10-year-old impressionable what you're doing.
And when I tell my little son, like what would be a great name? Like, I don't know, what's that name? Aiden? Ugden.
Ugden. Yeah, I'm Amanda, and this is my friend Yolanda, and we have some serious issues with the way you live your life.
Like literally, and I listen. Some of my best friends are Homo sapiens.
Oh my god, my dearest friends are Homo sapiens, but like I don't live my life that way. How do you explain to my child? You bring out a rock. My child, literally like a rock or like a.
My housekeeper's a Homo sapien. So trust me, I understand what you and your people go through.
You and your people. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's funny.
Where was all of that?
Lost, baby, lost in the brass. Like it was it's so like I don't know. So like going back to the Weekend Update, like the news desk, to see how Susie made the most subtle choices out of anyone behind that desk. And you watch SNL and the two anchors are so subtle and so like they're the straight people, right?
Yeah.
Well, not the straight people, but they're like the
Banana and a Straight Man, yeah.
Yeah. They like are playing the no nonsense role.
When you say Banana and Straight Man, basically, if you watch I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball is the banana and Ethel is the straight man.
Yeah, or Ricky. Ricky is the straight man.
Ricky's also another straight man. Yeah, one person, they're both doing comedy. One of them is so over the top, the other one is grounding them. So the juxtaposition creates the humor.
Yes, exactly. And to see the two anchors on SNL be the straight men, and then to see like the guest, because like they had, what's her name? Sarah, what's her last name? She's one of the newer cast members, but she played Nosferatu recently, like the original Nosferatu. And she was so camp and over the top, having a normal, regular conversation with Joe Schmo, Colin Jost. And like, that is what makes the humor so palpable. And then you see on Drag Race, like Suzanne, Suzette is literally the one making the most subtle choices at this desk because the two anchors are going so over the top. And then Susie comes out there playing RuPaul's babysitter, and she's like a little bit lower than their level of like camp understanding. Yes. And like, I think that's why she won, because she was the grounding force of that sketch.
She created the distance between the banana and the straight man. But actually she was still over the top. I do think her last line should have been, "Tell the queen with the money to come here and pay me." That's what I think her closing line should have been. But you know, I'm not a writer at Drag Race, so what do I know?
Or talking about like snack time with Ru and just shouting peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter.
So many
yeah. Bitch, if I had done,
RuPaul would always ask me. She'd always say, "What's for lunch?" And I say, "Peanut, peanut, 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 peanut butter."
Peanut butter.
I had a stutter. I had a stutter. Peanut butter.
Yeah. That was right after I had my second stroke, and I just couldn't stop saying peanut, 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 peanut. Yeah.
Oh my God, we could have played every single character in this.
Well,
are we brilliant? Are we brilliant?
Are we Tony Award eligible actors? We fucking should be.
It's a new year, and I'm all about switching things up, trying new styles, experimenting with different looks, and just having fun with it. But why stop at your clothes and hairstyles when you can switch up your classes too? That's why I love Pair Eyewear. They have tons of base frames and hundreds of top frames, so you can match in any mood, vibe, or hyperfixation. One day, I'm rocking a sleek classic frame, and the next day, I'm just snapping on something bold like a Marvel or Star Wars collab. And it's honestly the easiest way to refresh your look without spending a fortune, because base frames start at just $60, including your prescription, and top frame start at just only $25. Plus, if you have FSA or HSA dollars, you can use them to buy your base frames. So you're saving while looking good. Switching frames is literally as easy as a snap. And yes, it is satisfying as it sounds. I love having different options for different occasions. And with free shipping and a flexible 30-day return policy, there's no reason not to try it out. Show off new sides to yourself this year. Go to paireyewear.com and use code SIBLING15 for 15% off your first pair. And don't forget to mention that Sibling Rivalry sent you in the post-checkout survey. That's PAIR.com, code SIBLING15.
Let's be real, okay? We've all had a moment where we should see a doctor, but come up with every excuse in the book not to. I'm talking about you, Melissa. You listening. You too busy. It'll heal on its own, girl. Oh, my personal favorite. I don't even know which doctor to go to. Well, baby, that's where Zocdoc comes in. Zocdoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality, in-network doctors and instantly book an appointment all in one place. We're talking about access to over 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and everything in between. Zocdoc makes it easy to find a doctor who takes your insurance, is located nearby, has great reviews from verified patients also. And once you find the right one, you can see the actual appointment openings, choose a time that works for you, and book instantly. No more waiting on hold or dealing with impossible scheduling. Plus, appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours. You can even get a same-day appointment. Stop putting off those doctor appointments and head to Zocdoc.com/Rivalry to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Rivalry. Zocdoc.com/Rivalry.
So, Acacia, one thing that kind of confused me in the writing of the Golden Girls sketch is that Acacia's character was a combination of B. Arthur and Rue McClanahan. She was both Dorothy and Blanche, because she was Sophia's daughter, but then she was a slut.
But she was Rue McClanahan. She was.
So I don't know why they had to write in that she's my daughter. Like, why does she have to be her daughter? I don't get it.
Maybe they're just trying to make it not super obvious that they're like parodying characters from Golden Girls.
Okay, well, she's sitting there literally wearing a Sophia Petrillo outfit. Okay. Not obvious. Gotcha.
No, well, you never would have known it was a parody of the Golden Girls based on the fact that they've never seen an episode of The Golden Girls.
Well, no, Acacia. I think Acacia got it. Only thing is, Acacia didn't get was that like sometimes what makes Rue McClanahan's character Blanche so clever is that she's a slut on accident. Like sometimes she doesn't intend to say, like she's saying it so straightforward, and then people are like, "Oh my God, that is so hoish of you," and she, I'm like, "Oh, I did like that." That's part of the humor is everything that. A lot of what Blanche does is intentionally slutty, and sometimes she just does it on complete accident. Like she wasn't even trying. The hoe just came out of her, you know?
Yeah, and also Blanche never, ever, ever stands still. Never. She is walking around. She's got her hands on men. She's like moving. She's working the room. She's like giving us the feminine sort of like crawl towards men,
Yeah.
and she was just standing there. And then also you have Lydia who can't do an old person voice, can't do like she painted the Nymphia Wynn, Jane Goodall Snatch Game
Icon. Comedy icon, Nymphia Wynn.
Icon, fallen hero, Nymphia Wynn. And that makeup for that day in that challenge. But it's like it felt
What could have made a really great impression was when he's I need to remove your top, is she'd be like, well, absolutely. Like if she started taking the top off, but like not thinking to herself, like, oh my God, she would not like, of course.
Yeah.
Like, oh, of course.
She was like, well, yeah, anything for science. That was the line,
Yeah.
right? Anything for science.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, is this
Or
all right?
whatever it was.
Is this a ballpark figure? Yeah, like, yeah.
I just don't get how they missed basically like how Lydia missed practically every single joke, with the exception of taking out her teeth. She did the taking out the teeth pretty well, but
that was probably directed. Like she was probably
Yeah.
directed to that. That wasn't like a choice that she made. Like she could have been throwing shit on the ground for Blanche to pick up. She could have been like forgetting where she was. She could have been like scratching her wig and making it move. Like there are so many things that you can do with that moment to make it funny. Like because if the text isn't serving you, you got to find it for yourself.
So let's go on to the next day. So the girls doing their makeup, and then I don't know if Corey King has a concept of funny outside of her brand of humor. Like when Corey King does her thing, which is like this Instagram, Twitter humor, this like brand of humor that is funny, but in the context of a comedy challenge, I don't think Corey King has an actual grasp on what comedy is outside of her specific brand of online humor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the chronic X user. Yeah. I'm like I've met her in person. She's hilarious. She's like a really, really great time. But yeah, it's that sort of thing of when you are doing a challenge that is a direct reference to something that already exists, like in the comedy universe, you have to like understand how to tailor your style of comedy towards that energy or towards that understanding. It's like, yeah, it's just like, it was honestly, Bob, it was just like hard to watch some of this just because like these girls are
It's so sad. Like honestly, Bob, this is really rough, a tough watch.
I was like, Bob, I really had a hard time. I'm so sad that you asked me for this episode because it was really so hard. I take it so, you know what? This is how seriously I take the RDR Live Challenge because my girl Barbara and me, we don't suffer fools.
Oh my God.
We take this shit seriously.
Oh my God.
By the way, this was given to me. I did not get this for myself. This was given to me at a gig waiting for me in my dressing room.
And I wouldn't judge you if you had gotten it for yourself. I want to be very clear about that.
Yeah, you fucking would, bitch.
Girl, I have a Whoopi Goldberg tattoo on my arm. You think I would judge you?
Show the class. Show the class.
They've all seen my tattoo.
Work.
Then I have Carol Channing on this arm. Yeah, Al Hirschfeld. So,
wow, and you can never come for me for being a Broadway diva nerd ever again when you use the name Al Hirschfeld on this podcast. I swear to God.
I am a theater nerd, but you're a theater geek.
Theater gleek, thank you very much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know the difference between a theater nerd and a theater geek. I'm making this up on the spot right now.
A lot of money.
Theater nerds didn't watch Glee, and theater geeks did.
Yeah, theater geeks made it all the way through Glee, even when it was deep and dark and horrible.
And I watched one episode, and I was like, "This isn't for me." Theater
What was
nerds,
it?
millennial theater nerds, we dropped out somewhere around next to normal Dear Evan Hansen. So the theater nerds of us, I don't have any like new favorites. Hamilton is probably like my newest favorite, and it's not a new show.
It's 9 years old. Yeah.
Or Strange Loop. I like Strange Loop.
Strange Loop was really, really brilliant, and also I felt like made a departure from like this like Broadway sort of mentality, and also like, I don't know, to my own credit, if you're listening out there and you think that all I care about is Wicked and The Lion King, first of all, I'll never be cast in The Lion King, so think again. And second of all, There's so much theater happening right now that is sort of embracing the idea that it has always been too much or like obnoxious. And then you go see something like Death Becomes Her, the musical, which is so fucking gay and over the top and awesome. It like reminds you why a Broadway show needs to be that big. Or you see like Hadestown or A Strange Loop, which is like really impactful, intentional storytelling. It's like theater is for everybody.
In 20 years, you could be Zazu.
Zazu like Paul Charles.
Zazu's like a 40-something white guy often,
faggot.
Right? Yeah.
Zazu is a faggot.
And maybe you could be a Timoon in another 10 years.
You mean Timon?
Is it
Timoon is Once on This Island.
Timoon is the lead in Once on This Island.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Timoon is a 17-year-old black girl from the Caribbean.
I said what I said. You could be Timoon. I did not misspeak. I see you as Timoon and Once on This Island. We dance to the earth. We dance to the water. We got some
a stranger in white in a car. That's me.
You don't
totally.
sing it. We don't need you singing it. That
You're
was,
right. You're right. It's wrong if I do it. But if you put it onto me, then it's all fair game.
The accent was crazy. You sing it with the accent.
No. That's what Kaylee Kilgore does in the recording. She goes, in a car.
No, I'm being silly.
Not that there's any justification for me to be doing it, but I did my research.
So everyone thinks that they are eating. Everyone thinks they ate the challenge. Everyone thinks they're a piggy, which is what I guess now piggy means you ate. Piggy, the piggy that I know is like you're into dirty sex, a little bit of stink. You don't care if they don't clean out. That's what piggy is to me. But now piggy is like, I'm eating.
The gentrification of pigdom is really fascinating to me because to me piggy means you don't care if the bottom is gonna shit all over your dick, bitch. And then these girls are like, you ate honk 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 piggy, and I'm like, what?
Maybe the girls are double piggy. You know what I mean?
Maybe like, Corey and Lydia one day were like, yeah, we came back from the hotel tonight, and someone would maybe that was shit.
Little piggy.
And we had little piggy, and then the girls were like, how do we make this digestible for an MTV audience? Piggy.
Well, I don't think you have to make it adjustable because I still remember George's on TV asking if anyone was feeling gapey. So I'll never forget that. I will never forget George's going, does anyone feel gapey?
Gapey. It's so gapey out here. Like
Jacob, do you remember her saying, is anyone else feeling gapey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was insane. I was like, my God, this is crazy.
I don't remember that at all.
You weren't feeling gapey that day.
No, well,
you weren't feeling gapey.
No, I was feeling piggy.
Piggy, exactly. Let's go on to the runway, shall we?
Oh, don't make me do this, Bob.
Oh, I want to talk about this real quick. Actually, Lexi Love is giving full Hannah Montana, she says. So Lexi Love still goes by her old name at work. She still goes by her old name.
And then not shady cameraman. Panning to the LinkedIn profile image of her before her transition.
Girl, they dropped her full LinkedIn. Well, I said, obviously, if you go to Drag Race, I'll say this: all those images you submit to them, like we literally, all those pictures they have us, we send them those pictures. You know
That's true, and also we go through the full background check, and they make us unlock all of our past and present social media handles and profiles. Did y'all do that?
Girl, I was. Keep mad that there was no TikTok. We didn't have TikTok. We didn't have. There was Musical.ly.
You were the first girl who ever played ugh on Drag Race because you were back there on the Stone Ages.
Yes, and it was in real time.
Hi, everybody. I'm from New York City. My name is ugh, and I'm here to compete.
Literally.
Yeah.
Ugmanda.
Ugmandatory meeting.
So let's go in. But I thought it was really cool that she showed that she talked about because there are obviously lots of trans people who are in their transition between either their day jobs or transitioning at work. I've never transitioned. I've never had a physical transition. So transition at work, it was really cool that they showed what it's like for a trans person to kind of like sometimes have to live two lives. I thought it was really cool that they showed that. Yeah,
well, and I loved what she said about how like all of her coworkers who just hear her voice over the phone think of her as like her before her transition. But she said maybe being here will give me the opportunity to like show that I am a human with like a different identity and I am my own person and like. Trans people are normal people in a functioning society. Well, our society isn't really functioning these days, but like,
girl,
yeah.
She also didn't refer to it as a dead name. She like, I don't know. Maybe not all trans people consider their legal names their dead names. So
yeah,
she very loudly proclaimed her legal name on the show, or if it is her legal, I don't even know I have no clue what her legal name is, but it was her name it could be her name she was born with. I don't know. Maybe she changed it again. I have no clue where this other name came from. It is more than likely the name that she was given at birth. More than likely.
Yeah. Also, have you met her yet,
assumption.
Lexi?
Say again?
Have you met Lexi yet?
No, she seems lovely.
She is so fucking sweet. I worked with her when I went to play Louisville, and she was so kind and so sweet and like so excited. And then she was in callbacks at the time, and she asked me to come over, and she was like, "Can I ask you a question?" And I was like, "Are you?" And she was like, "Maybe." And she was so sweet and just like she's so respectful of the show and so like uplifting to the people around her. And like you never would have known that she was like on the cusp of her entire life changing. She was just so excited by the art of drag and the art of like being queer, especially in Louisville, fucking Kentucky. I think the fucking world of her. She's amazing.
Yeah, she seems really, really cool. I don't really know any of the girls from this season. This season is less excited about meeting me than your season. There was a lot of girls from your season who were like, "Oh my God, I love Bob." I don't think I have any fans in this season, to be honest. I think Corey King is my one fan.
Not the Corey King erasure.
I would say Corey King is my one fan. I just said Corey King is my one fan from this season. I don't think any of the other girls really see it for me. But you know what?
Well, she can be your fan, but you might be the only queen that she couldn't look up to because you're the same height. You know,
exactly.
No one's looking.
I think Anya's a fan too.
Who?
Anya?
Wait, who'd you say? I didn't hear you say. Who'd you say?
Anya Nerve. Anya
I
Nerve.
love
Like
Anya Nerve.
every time you say anything nice about her on the podcast, she's like, "Thank you."
Oh, I love Anya Nerve.
I love Anya Nerve.
her.
Oh, I love going on tour.
No, I do love Anya Nerve. I didn't know who Jake. I couldn't hear what he said because I was talking. Shocker. So let's go into let's talk about the looks. So first of all, I think all the judges look really good. I do not like that RuPaul has these flowers on her shoes. I do not like when girls put stuff on their shoes.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Big feet.
Yeah.
I
didn't even notice them. I was trying to decipher what exactly was going on with this dress, so I didn't even look at the feet.
Let's go on to the girls.
Yeah.
So
wait. Really quickly, can we talk
Yeah.
about Michelle? Can we talk about the fact that Michelle Visage refuses to look bad? She looks so fucking good. This armband that she has on, she's just like, she's made so many right choices, and
Michelle looks fantastic.
She looks
You're not
so
wrong.
fucking good. Yeah.
She looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And if you guys forgot, go back and look at Michelle during season 4. You will gag at her transformation. So let's talk about Anya Nerve. I really love this outfit, and I actually think Michelle was right on the money when she said that it needed a big pink mohawk would have really fucking ate this look up. Otherwise, I think this look is so cool, and it seems to me like either Anya Nerve just figured out how to paint a lot better, like within a few days. But also, have y'all been seeing Anya Nerve online lately? Her makeup has changed so much. She is mugged. It is muggy over on her TikTok. Truly,
Yeah. She looks beautiful. I met her in person a couple weeks ago, and she's fucking stunning. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. Also, if you're gonna wear a leotard on the runway, a leotard and boots, you should have it made completely out of shoes. I think it's brilliant. Like,
I will
literally,
say though, I don't think her padding is giving all they were saying, because I can see her pad lines. So I don't think her padding was giving everything they were saying was giving, because I can still see the lines of it.
Well, and also if you're gonna wear a high cut Leo, I need these to be like stirrups. You know, I need the leg to come up higher, because like if you're showing off the padding and the padding isn't like completely 100,000% perfect, then you need to like have some sort of interest, because that Leo is high cut. It's cut like all the way up to the waist. So I was yeah.
But I do love this look. It's really creative, and the theme is pink. Pink. Everyone's wearing pink. Let's go to Corey King.
Yeah.
This look is fine, but with the way that, because Corey is so padded out, her silhouettes make her look short, and Corey King is not short. Corey King is 6'1", and she looks 5'8" in this dress.
Yeah, this is one of those things. I was watching the episode with my roommate, and my roommate was like, she should have worn this to brunch.
Right?
Like, this
not
is
on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Not on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. Also, I know she stole this wig from Plane. I know that she saw a pink necklace and she said, "Ooh, pink runway, that'll go perfect." And then like, it's just not. It's not giving for me. I think she looks beautiful, but again, like, it's not for the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I agree. Let's go into Ariete. This look is absolutely fantastic. Ariete looks so good. There is not a single missed anything. The hair, the makeup, the stirrups, the leotard, this backpack, the silhouette, the chains, the nails, everything about this look is just killer.
Just fucking stunning. Beautiful. The only thing, if I were to change one thing, I wish that there was like a contrasting color on the inside of the backpack so we could have seen her silhouette a bit more clearly. But the fact that it all matches is unbelievable. She looks so good.
Maybe
Just
even like a darker pink or a lighter pink.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like she's coming out of this like giant jagged pussy, you know?
Yeah, I love that. That's a good note. Well, shocking. No, I'm kidding.
No, genuinely, I'm literally looking at my looks for Drag Race and I'm like, wow, she really should have added a contrasting color. And I'm like, I wore shit. That was shit.
Girl,
that was shit.
Girl, do you know how long ago I was on Drag Race? When I go back and look at this, I was like, I look crazy. I looked crazy. But sometimes I look sickening. Let's go on to Lana Jarrett. Lana Jarrett keeps being like, this is a very unique silhouette. I guess she said this is unique for me, to be fair. But I was like, this silhouette is, to be in her defense, she said it's unique for me. Lana Jarrett, this is a cute dress, but like, girl, I don't think it is giving what she thinks is giving. Like, I think that Lana, because she is so beautiful, because of how gorgeous she is, her beauty and her body are doing so much of the heavy lifting for her looks.
I agree to an extent. I think that this is going to come back when we get to Hormona and Jewels, but this super, super pale, delicate pink is really, really hard to read in terms of detail. Like I'm zooming in, this like lapel is quilted, which first of all, where was this last week for the quilted runway? And then you look at like the body of it and there's so much detail that just gets lost because of this reflective, super, super pale pink. And I love this color pink. I wear this all the time. So like when you do detail work on stuff like this, it really has to contrast. Like the colors have to pop. And if it's a monochromatic runway, you should wear every fucking shade of pink that you can get your hands on. That said, I love the vintage like headscarf.
So good.
Yeah. What's her name in Addams Family Values? Laughing in the car.
Joan
Cusack.
Joan Cusack, yeah.
Yeah, like it's giving me RuPaul for the season 15 promo with the head wrap. I love it. It's referential. It's vintage. I think it's a cute silhouette. There are just like a couple little detail things that I would change, but otherwise,
yeah, I would say her makeup, hair, and this head wrap are absolutely stunning.
And she looks that good in person too. It's incredibly irritating.
I imagine. Let's go into Hormona Lisa. So Hormona Lisa, I mean, this is cute. We've seen this silhouette on her before.
Yeah.
And she looks good. It's just me, does she look really pale? Am I making that up?
I think it's this color. It like washes her out.
Like she looks pasty.
Yeah. Like, you know, like her Piggy is this color too. You know, her Beaver is also this color.
Jesus Christ.
Girl,
that
like
being
this.
said, I mean, Hormona Lisa is pretty and she does pageant drag. This is not out of the box, but she looks good. But it's not like nothing was changed or revolutionized with this look, you know?
Yeah, I think for someone whose signature color is pink, a pink runway is an opportunity to step outside of the box to surprise people because everyone has seen you in this dress. I guarantee you the girls back home knew that she was packing this dress for a pink runway. So like,
I would have loved a rock and roll pink. I would have loved some kind of other pink for her, you know what I mean? But we got what we got, so.
Yeah, and also again with this baby pink and all these beautiful floral details, I can't see them because they're all the same color. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Sam Starr, Sam Starr said something I found really shocking. She said that she knows how to do elevated and sophisticated drag. I do not think this look looks elevated.
I think it would if she was wearing something other than a panty with 20 feathers on either side.
Like, where's the elevation in this? Like, the corset looks pretty standard. The panties look as plain as a panty can possibly be. The feathers
Trinity's necklace looks great.
Yeah. The feathers are just thrown on the hip. This boa is just a boa. Like, I think that Sam has brought some elevated stuff. This is not one of those things.
Yeah, her runway last week, bitch, with the pillow hair.
So good.
So fucking genius. And then when she calls this look elevated, I'm like, baby, save the elevation for the looks that are elevated. I mean, like, does she look good? Yes. Is she wearing contrasting pinks? Yes. Does the hair look great? Yeah. The feather headpiece is the most impressive feather element on this. Which, like, if you're going to do a feather showgirl, you need to have this level of feather detail everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Also, wait, disclaimer. Sorry, what?
No, you're saying disclaimer what?
I was just gonna say disclaimer. I love all these girls, and I've met several of them, and I'm just I'm being a nasty, rotted cunt right now. But genuinely, like looking back on this and having done this experience before, I'm like learning from watching them. And so when I'm saying these thoughts, I just want all these girls who are listening to this to know that I love you and I support you, and also we're gonna keep it real because we've all done this before. And so I'm like learning from you.
I don't know any of you, so I don't love any of you. I'm just giving my opinion. I've never met a single one of you. So these are just opinions based on what I think about your drag, and it's not out of love. It's just out of criticism
and spite and evil.
No spite, but it's literally just from a place of criticism. I can't say I love you because I don't know you hoes. Except Joella. You're an icon.
I'm Valentina and you're Farrah. I respect you and love you. You don't love me.
No, you don't. You don't love me. You don't love me. Let's go on to Jules Sparkles. I love this look. And your fucking theater geek ass would love.
No, yeah, well, and also they were making all these My Fair Lady references, and I was like, "You're welcome." The roads that I have paved for these girls.
The rain in Spain it really does say mainly on the plane.
Girl.
She looks really good. I love that this dress this is a repurposed pageant dress turned into this like leotard chap look. Everything about this look. This look is so good. She looks amazing.
She looks amazing. The detail of like this pleated fabric that builds into the hat is so good. This is how you do the contrasting baby pinks with different textiles and different what do you call it? Like different finishes on the fabrics. And then she has these ruffles that are beautiful. She has it's gorgeous.
These Mamma Mia flare at the knee moment. This is so good.
It's so good. And also look at that fucking makeup. I could kill her. She looks so fucking good.
She's great. Good for her. Let's go on to Crystal Envy. I hate this. God, I hate this. This is so I hate it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want it on my TV screen. I hate this.
Can I say something?
What? You love it.
I love it because she walked out there with a giant bubblegum bubble and then popped it and then walked in this messy, glued, like bubblegum shards dress. But I think the concept is really cool.
Yeah, the concept is cool, but like she is utterly shapeless. It does not go in at the hip at all, which is crazy because she's wearing pads. But then right where the hip would go in, she put all these bubbles on the hip. She is very, very boxy. And also, like, I hate that, like, the drip is only going down, but it's clean at the top. As if the bubble gum would be clean at the top and only drip going down. I don't like this hair piece. I don't like I do not. Why is the dripping up from the shoe, but dripping down everywhere else?
Yeah, I hadn't seen that actually. I said on second thought, I'm with you. I hate it.
This was a week. Normally, Crystal and Sam both look really great, and this week, Jules ate the girls up.
Jules did eat the girls up on the runway. And also,
I think that actually Arietta ate the girls up on the runway.
That's well, we still have some girls to get to.
This is true. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Let's move on to Lexi Love. I don't understand what she's doing with. First of all, let me tell you, I love this look. It's kind of giving Chris Tucker in Fifth Element.
Yeah,
but I just don't understand what she's doing with her makeup today.
I think she wanted to go all pink. Can I say something? I hate the multicolored lashes. I hate them.
Oh yeah, that's a very popular opinion, and I stand by you. Your lashes should be black.
Your lashes should be black. Your eyeliner should mostly be black. It's like that said, like I think that if other girls with other looks for this specific runway had done this like pale pussy pink makeup, it would have worked. When you have these like saturated deep colors of pink in your runway look, you need a saturated bold makeup look. Like she is literally, I mean, she might be the only girl who in this pink runway wore black, and she's the only girl who doesn't have black in her makeup.
Interesting. And I do think the one exception to a colorful eyelash would be a very dark blue. Anyway, that's my hot take. But for the most part, I think with almost every single look, your lash should be black unless you're going to wear a white lash with all white makeup. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Or like if you have a black and tinsel lash for like a specific look, like a metallic look. Nope.
No tinsel. No tinsel. I'm
No
out.
tinsel?
You lost me on that one.
Okay, well, that's why you won 1 trillion years ago.
Let's go on to the most controversial look of the evening, and we will be talking about this in Untucked. Don't y'all worry. Susan Tooth. I like this look. Why are the girls hating so hard? Like, y'all are haters. She looks good.
She looks so good. It's also so on brand for this girl's drag. And
Right?
like this vintage, creepy, fucked up little clown girl is exactly who she wants to be. And like as another vintage girl who got shit for wearing old-timey shit, this is how you stay true to who you are and what you do, and you clock a reference from 100 years ago that no one else is going to pick, and it makes you stand out, and it makes other people who are looking at Instagram for their fashion references really insecure.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. You know, several of us girls who've won Drag Race dressed like clowns. Me, Violet
Bianca.
Chachki, Bianca Del Rio, Evie Oddly, Sasha Velour. There are lots of us who dress like a clown during our season, unprovoked, and then we win. I think we're looking at the winner of Drag Race Season 17.
You think so?
I think we are. I think right here, this queen, this woman from the 1930s,
Suzanne Tooth?
I think this time traveler is going to win Season 17. I really do.
Girl, call her AI drag because she is rewriting history, okay?
There it is. I do wish though that she walked out with balloons on a string, like several balloons, as opposed to 2 giant balloons. That's my one critique.
Oh, I kind of like it because it's like, it's so ridiculous and it adds to this like out of proportion sense of like the ruff is so huge it eats her neck. The ruffs at her feet eat the feet. So like the fact that her hands are eaten as well, I think is really clever. And also this might have been like an actual part of the reference from the 30s where they would have just had giant balloons for hands. I like it. And also like it gives her some movement when she walks.
They had helium in the 30s, plasma. Helium existed. Helium wasn't a discovery of the 50s or something.
No, I'm not. That's not what.
You think
That's not what
helium
I'm
didn't
saying.
exist? I'm just kidding.
Stupid. No, I just think like I like it where she had them, and then when she threw them, I thought it was really clever because then they like
That was
became
cute.
props.
Let's move on to Butthole. I appreciate elements of this look. It looks like a reveal.
It is a reveal.
Yeah, but not a reveal it's a reveal when she's lip syncing.
No, exactly, and it's a problem. It's like if I can see your reveal from 1,000,000 miles away because it's not closed in the front, and also she's a small girl. You could put one hook right there at the navel and hide your lip sync Lollaparoo video vixen runway look that is hiding under this giant dick jacket, and you could fix all of the problems. Well, you could fix one of these problems.
Yeah, she's like, I made it myself. I'm like, girl, we can tell. Like the dick head is lumpy. The coat has no form. Like, I do not think this is a good look. I think this is honestly the idea is cool. This is a very poor execution, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, and also the balls are too small. When Suzanne Tooth comes out here with giant clown balls on her hands, and then you walk out here with these teeny tiny little, like if we're doing a giant exaggerated dick.
How big are your balls? Are you one of those all balls girls?
Balls to the walls. Honey, she brings it to you every balls.
How gigantic are your balls?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, first of all, that's for me to know and for you to find out, Babatha. And also, no, I think if you're going to do a giant dick look, you need to have giant balls.
You're not wrong.
You know, and it do take balls. It do take nerve.
Balls.
Yeah.
It do take nuts. Let's move on to our final look, which is Acacia Forgot. And honestly, I like this look. I don't love where the shoulder goes up. And the last thing I don't love is, I think if you're going to do 80s hair, is Farrah Fawcett 80s or 70s? I think she was in the 80s as well.
Yeah,
do
I
the
think
Farrah
so.
Fawcett. I really do not like this hair. The only thing I don't like is this hair. Everything about the look, honestly, I like. This hair is upsetting me.
That, except I would have loved to see a deep pink stocking and a pink shoe.
Ooh.
Because it is, bitch, when they give you a monochromatic runway, do monochromatic. Just do it. Like, there are so many opportunities for you to have, like, color variety and palettes introduced into this. When they say do pink, it's RuPaul's Drag Race. Everything on your body should be pink. That's my personal opinion.
Go Thorgy. Love pink.
Go Thorgy. Love pink. Love
Can I
it.
say real quick something that has been bothering me online lately?
Thorgy.
That's not just lately. That's always.
Yeah, that's not online. That's in person.
There's a queen on Twitter who's always like selling her wigs, but her wigs are great. They're really cool wigs. You should check them out. And then other queens, they'll be in. Some people did this with Kim on My Season 2. Kim would be wearing two colors. It's like two like blue and pink or something. And people would be like, "I love this monochromatic look." I'm like, "Do you guys know what monochromatic means? Monochromatic is one color. If it's two colors, even if it's just two colors, guys, that's not what monochromatic is.
That's not monochromatic at all.
And I see this one queen, by the way, her wigs are great, but she'll have a wig with two tones and be like, "I got this big monochromatic wig." I'm like, "Girl, it's not monochromatic. You have I heard, rumor has it you have a little pink look you're going to be planning soon."
Yeah, well, I'm working on a. It's so funny because like I heard that this was the runway theme, and I'm literally working on a monochromatic. It's different shades, but it's all pink. Showgirl look, and I saw Sam's, and I was like,
"For what? Is it for a show or what?"
It was just to have some new stuff. Well, actually, my drag mother and I just adopted a new girl into our house.
Who's your drag mom?
Selma.
Oh yeah, I know Selma.
Yeah. She says hi, by the way. Selma says hi, everybody.
She still do wigs?
Yes, she just did the wig I wore last night to the HRC gala. She's
nice.
So good. Yeah.
Selma, you too busy to do wigs for me, bitch? You think you better than me? You think you better than me because you work on Broadway, bitch?
I can make an introduction.
These girls get one Broadway show. They do wigs for one Broadway show. Now they don't know the drag queen, honey, the true inspiration.
Yeah, the drag queen, Bob, legally, girl. No, but yeah, like this.
Wait, can we put a picture of your? We're gonna put a picture of your look here. This is the look.
It's like my little sketch. Hold on,
you'll send a picture and then we'll just put it here on the screen.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
There it is. Who's making it?
Domino Couture.
Listen, Domino is that girl.
She's that girl. You walk into her office and there's an Emmy on the top shelf. Literally, she is that motherfucking girl.
And that Emmy was for making my garments, honey.
That's exactly right. I know where to go.
All right, let's go on to the judging. So during the judging, Corey, Lana, Jules, Crystal, Lexi, Acacia, they're all safe, right? Now, Anya's in the top, Jules in the bottom, Harmona's in the top, Sam is in the bottom, Susie's in the top, Lydia is in the bottom. Do you agree with these judgings?
Why is Harmona in the top?
Well, I think that of the Beaver girls, Harmona did the best job.
I disagree. I think it was Jules. I think Jules did the best out of the Beaver girls because she was the only one. The Australian, yeah. And it's not because of the accent, although the accent was good and Australian is hard. But like the fact that Harmona was trying too hard and obviously like was like overplaying the sex of it. Jules was playing very like blasé sort of, what does Pearl say? Very flazé-da. She was giving, she was giving very like naive, sort of trying to be intellectual about it. She was the one who was capturing the reference of that sketch. And also her comedic timing is really, really sharp. Like I could tell she was very engaged in that. And Harmona, it just like didn't hit for me. I don't know.
You convinced me. I'm on your side now. I agree. Put Harmona in the safe group and bring Jules out and put her in the top. You convinced me.
And that is before you get to the runway, bitch, because Jules should have been in the top just for that motherfucking runway, in my opinion.
I think it might have been my favorite. No, I think RE8 is my favorite look of the week. Actually, I don't know. I think I like Jules is better, actually.
Jules was so fucking good. And I just like the fact that she like I remember watching that sketch and like I was never worried about Jules, which made me watch Harmona and Sam more. But then I like thought back about it and I was like, because I was never worried about Jules, that probably means that she did the best job because I was worried about the other two. And Jules was just like, just keep swimming. She was doing a great job. And Harmona, I felt, was like trying to milk it, trying to make it sexual, trying to like be in on the joke when the whole point of that sketch is that none of them are in on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what we have here is Susie Toot is the winner of this week's challenge. She has secured her second win. Do you agree that she won this week?
Yes, 100,000%. She was the only one who like, she just, I don't know. It's like you get one take at this shit. And she was totally in it. She was totally like rehearsed but flexible. She understood the timing. She understood the references. She understood how to make it her own. And like, I don't know. I'm really proud of her. And that challenge is hard, bitch. You really get one take. You're reading off a teleprompter, which for a lot of these girls, it's the first time you've ever done something like that. And the fact that she never faltered, I was just like, yeah, star, stand out.
And Lydia and Ariete are on the bottom. Do you agree with this bottom two?
Yeah.
I do think Ariete was the worst in the challenge. Easily.
You don't think she was?
I think she was.
Yeah.
And I think that Lydia was also one of the worst and had a horrible runway.
Yeah. Yeah. If anything, I would have questioned whether it should have been Sam or Corey in the bottom three. But I think the bottom two is correct.
So Sam. Yeah, I could see Sam and Corey swapping out for the bottom. To be honest, I could see Sam and Corey swapping out easily. Actually,
yeah. But yeah, Ariete and Lydia for bottom two, absolutely agreed.
And then the girls lip sync, and I gotta say, in my opinion, Lydia beat Ariete fair and square. Like she beat her
fair and square.
Ariete was doing some weird, at one point, some very strange, because it was weird because like Lydia was like, I'm trying to dance my little white girl ass off. But then it cut to Ariete. She was actually doing the white girl dancing.
No, literally. And also like,
we took the glasses off. It's about to get real.
A girl, I'm about to read the
goes, listen.
I'm like professoring. Like that.
Come on, McGonagall.
There's the not the transphobic reference, hello, but the
where's McGonagall? I don't even know who that is.
Harry Potter.
Oh, it's Harry
Maggie
Potter.
Smith.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't watch Harry Potter.
Oh, good work. You never had to wipe that memory from your brain. But
did McGonagall wear glasses?
Yes, the little itty bitty ones.
Got it.
It's like I can't wait to see how this turns out. Harry Potter. But I like the. It is such a weird sensation getting a lip sync song that you would never, ever, 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 ever in a million fucking years do at your home bar because you're on Drag Race. And I can understand how Ariete in her brain goes like, I'm gonna do all of my drag tricks. Like I'm gonna give you my like Manhattan 8 count. I'm gonna give you my knee split. I'm gonna give you my like all these things. But you can tell that that's not the kind of performing that she does. Which like it just made my heart break for her a little bit because I remember like when I got the TikTok version of Bloody Fucking Mary up against a stunt queen, and I'm like, give me my Barbara ballad and it'll be over for you bitches.
Did you only lip sync once?
Yes, and went straight home. Did not pass go. Did not collect $200. Yeah. But like in that moment, you're so in your head, you're so self-conscious. It's silent until the music starts on set. And then you're like doing this song that you would never in a million years do. And it's like the highest stakes you've ever felt in your life. It's really, really fucking insane, especially if it's a song that is not in your repertoire. So I was like watching her pull out her dragography and feeling like this is not in her comfort zone at all. Plus she's in a more cumbersome outfit than Lydia. It just like,
but I don't think this was in Lydia's wheelhouse either. But Lydia was like, I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't think Lydia like slayed boots, but I do think that Ariete flopped boots.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It was just like it was like hard to watch because I've been there. But yeah, like it's same thing with me. Like Maya beat me fair and square in our lip sync, and I just like remember that feeling. But yeah.
Jacob, can you please post a picture of all the girls gagging? First of all, the girls seemed gagged that Lydia beat her, and to me, it seemed really obvious. Like it seemed obvious that Lydia beat Ariete. I don't know why you all gagging, but there's one girl who's not gagging. Anya Nerve. Look at this picture of Anya. Everyone's like, and Anya's like, yeah, that seems right.
Anya.
That I'm obsessed with that picture. Everyone's like, oh my God. And Anya's like, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Anya's one of those girls who's like, I'm just here to win, and anyone else who disagrees is just gonna do they're just gonna think whatever they have to think to get through.
So Lydia beats Ariete. Ariete pulls the lever. She pulls one. Michelle is dunked. She is safe, and she lives to attack Susie Toot another day.
She lives to file the case against Susie in court, truly. But my question is like, if I pulled that lever and I made Michelle Visage submerge in water in a 65-degree soundstage, I would run over to that tank and apologize immediately.
Maybe it's warm water though. Maybe the water's warm.
That's even freakier.
Also, you
Maybe
got like a
it's-
bonus, like a union bonus for getting wet on set. So she's getting paid down for that.
Girl, you think Drag Race is union? The fuck? You think Drag Race is union? Have you lost your mind? The only people union are the fucking camera people. With that in mind, thank you all so much. If you want to hear our thoughts on Untucked, please go over to our Patreon. Go to siblingrivalry.com/support or go to Patreon and type in Sibling Rivalry. You can hear me and Plasma's thoughts on this episode of Untucked. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.